Hello and welcome back to another Scale War Machines video and a bit of a roundup film. For various reasons this is a very busy time of year for me, and so it's proving a little hard to get some decent bench time in. But that means it's a good opportunity to put together a short video summarising some of the modelling tools that I rate above all others. I've chosen 5 top tools or accessories that have proved indispensable since I've discovered them. And if you were to use them, I reckon there's a good chance you'd feel the same way. Even if many of these modelling tools are too simple or small to merit a film in their own right, they definitely deserve their moment in the sun. Item number 1 is my Harder & Steenbeck Micro Air Blower. I bought this item in April 2020 in full-on lockdown from www.aircraft.net for £24.99. It's a simple concept, but ever since I unwrapped it, the micro air blower has seen daily use. Think of it as being like an airbrush without a needle. It's designed to use the same air supply as your airbrush, but with a greater airflow and more power. As the name suggests, it's especially good at blasting away dust and debris from models. Previously I used one of these handheld photographic blowers, or I used an ordinary airbrush. You can also buy canned air for this function, but look at the cost. For the price of a couple of cans you get a tool that should last ages. What's more, the air blower is way better suited to this task than the others. It comes with a wider nozzle to aid that high volume of air and higher pressure needed to send dust flying. You can of course turn up your regulator to the max for yet more power. Unscrew the tail though and you get a needle which can be applied for greater precision in small localized areas. I use this regularly to remove dust from models, but I've also used it for all sorts of other domestic and DIY tasks. It's great for quickly removing mess on your workbench, and I've used it for cleaning parts and components, including my computer and other electrical fittings, and even for inflating toys and a yoga ball. You can also use it to blast away any blockages in other airbrushes, like when you're cleaning them. In the last video I used the micro air blower to remove plastic shards from a mitre cutter. It really is a fantastic item that sits on my airbrush holder day in day out, ready for use. So there's at least one good thing to come out of 2020 in that first lockdown, and it was this great little tool. Talking of airbrush holders, here is an absolutely essential accessory that has transformed the way I work, and which will be around for a long time. It may soon be the centrepiece of a fully spec'd airbrush corner that I'm planning as well. It's the Iwata Airbrush Station or Workstation. I have to thank airbrushes.com for supplying this for review. They sell all things Iwata, as well as thousands of airbrushing accessories, so check them out. This is quite expensive, but it's top quality, as you'd expect from Iwata. The Airbrush Station also comprises 3 elements which you can gradually acquire to suit your budget. The first then is their airbrush holder, which can hold up to 2 Iwata airbrushes or trigger airbrushes. But what's neat is that it's designed to work with the airbrush cleaning station spray out pot and airbrush hanger, available separately. If you add them together you get 3 airbrush holders and a safe way to spray out unwanted fluids and paints from your airbrush. It's made of strong high quality components like a glass jar with outer rubber protection. There's a little pop-out receptacle area for a filter, and you get a spare in the pack. When you need to clean out your airbrush to get rid of excess paint, simply place it like so and spray. The water and fluids are collected and the fumes do vent out, but they're filtered so you won't inhale any dangerous particles or droplets. As always, combining this with an extractor and a face mask is the best and only way to be 100% safe. But it certainly helps. Before this pot came along, I had to spray excess paint into the extractor, which was less than ideal. Invariably I was lazy and just blasted it into the air or into the bin. Not anymore. It's pretty easy to assemble and add the main airbrush holder, and it makes for a compact way to store your brushes. When assembling the entire workstation, it goes together like so. The final part is a standard air regulator, but with the quality and feel you would expect from Iwata. You attach that to the bracket using the supplied screws, and it gives you a neat and accessible area to control, stow and clean out your airbrushes, right at your fingertips at bench height. No more bending down under the desk to set the compressor, simply install it at workbench level and never give it a second thought. Whilst we're on the theme of Iwata and cleaning, this uber basic accessory is something I use time and time again. Have you ever had parts fly off your workbench and get damaged, or worse still, disappear forever? What if those parts are expensive and delicate airbrush components? Well, I've damaged a few nozzles in my time when cleaning them and dropping them, but this simple accessory stopped that. It may look a bit bruised and battered by heavy use, but the Iwata cleaning mat is soft and flexible, with raised borders to prevent pieces rolling away. It is used each and every time I clean an airbrush. It keeps all the little bits contained, whilst the soft touch upper fabric and rubber construction keeps your airbrush protected and in tip-top condition. On the underside is a non-slip coating, and all in all this is again a simple yet invaluable accessory. It's highly recommended, and there are more details like price and where to source it in the description. On to our penultimate tool now. Well, really it's more of an indispensable accessory from a great brand, rather than a physical tool. It's Archer Fine Transfer's range of markings and transfers or decals. We've made quite a few videos showcasing these amazing products, including showing you how to use them. These include their wet and dry transfers, as well as their helpful products allowing you to convert dry transfers into water slide decals. Their catalogue and range is vast, offering lots of specialist markings, especially for armour and figures, but also for all kinds of other subject. In addition, they make surface decals, products that use resin to create actual three-dimensional objects for things like weld seams or rivets, but which you can easily apply, just like a water slide decal. You can check out these past videos here. However, in January, Archer wrote to their customers giving the news that they would be stopping the dry transfers that originally first built their brand and their reputation. Woody, the owner, explained the technology had become obsolete and sourcing the chemicals to make them was now virtually impossible. The changes in transfer chemistry and how industry has moved on to newer prototyping and modelling technologies means he has had to discontinue the line of dry rub transfers. The good news is that their range of surface details remains unaffected, as do their other products like AFT decals, fabric texture appliques and more. And they're currently converting most of their old dry transfers to water slide decals. There's also more news to sweeten the pill, in the form of the innovative and recently launched nanotechnology decals. The Nano line products claim to be printed on the finest and strongest decal backing film available. Woody markets this technology as an Archer exclusive. This is in addition to their NCF or no clear film decals like they use on their uniform patches. Both these products allow you to apply high quality, richly pigmented, borderless and seamless markings without visible carrier film. Their resin surface details are also printed on the nano film technology as well. To showcase this, we were sent some sets which we'll try out now. This will serve as a brief demo on how to use the products. You apply the no clear film decals as you would any other decal or transfer. Cut them out, drop them into water for 10 seconds, and then slide the marking off the backing paper very carefully and onto the model. You can adjust with a flat brush and a little bit of water. As you can see, when it dries there's no visible carrier film, and the decals settle down nicely, even over rough surfaces. When it comes to the fabric texture applique insignia markings, you apply them in exactly the same way. You're left with ultra realistic insignia with a very subtle fabric texture. That brings us to our last essential item for now, and it's one we reviewed in detail a while back, but it has since proven to be an absolute staple on the workbench. It's Deluxe Materials Brush Magic. If you watched our full review, you'll know that this handy solution is great for restoring brushes and removing paint clogs. However, I mostly use it to clean airbrushes and tools. It's fantastic at removing any dried on paint debris, but it is also excellent as a spray-through cleaner between airbrush coats. Just make sure you quickly spray it all out and wash it through thoroughly with water afterwards, before spraying the next coat. It's so effective that it will effortlessly clean acrylics, but also easily cleans and removes enamels and even automotive paint. Use it to give your airbrush a wipe down, but also easily clean your worktop, paint jars and dirty tools. It really is a great all-rounder and highly recommended. I get through quite a few bottles and always make sure I have a decent supply. I would be genuinely lost without it for quite a number of tasks. Oh, and it's low odour and doesn't smell bad like some powerful cleaners. It can admittedly leave a slightly greasy residue at times, but that is easily washed away with water or methylated spirits. All in all, it's a very handy piece of kit. I hope you found that useful. If you like this format, I'll show you more tools around the workshop which I've found are absolute essentials. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can also leave a comment or give us a thumbs up. So until the next time, bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.